Now, compound interest, that term that you may or may not have heard thrown around, but in my opinion, it's one of the most important financial concepts to understand. But don't take my word for it. Albert Einstein famously referred to compound interest as the eighth wonder of the world. So, in this video, I'm going to cover what actually is compound interest and how you can use it to your advantage to help you build wealth exponentially over time. Okay, so in order to accurately describe what compound interest is, I'm going to compare it to another type of interest, and that is simple interest. So in one sentence, simple interest is interest earned on the principal amount of money only. And in the example that I've given here, the principal amount of money is £5,000. And in this example, I'm assuming that we're going to be earning 5% interest per year on that £5,000 over a 10-year period. And obviously 5% of £5,000 is £250 interest. So we'll be earning £250 in interest for 10 years each year. And that would give us a total interest over the 10-year period of £2,500 and a future value on our money of £7,500. Obviously the £7,500 being derived from the £5,000 principal added to the £2,500 in interest. Okay, so in essence, compound interest is the interest earned on the original investment plus all the interest earned on the interest over time. And so really, compound interest can be thought of as interest on interest. And remember guys, that simple interest is interest earned on the principal amount only. And that might seem like quite a small difference in distinction, but that makes a massive difference over time. Okay, so using the example as before, you can see the effects of compound interest starting to become apparent. Apologies for the awful handwriting, by the way. So you can see in year one, we're still earning £250 in interest because we're only earning interest at that stage on the principal amount, as with the simple interest. But you can see from the start of year two and onwards, that's when the effects of compound interest start to become apparent. So in year two, we're earning interest on the £5,000 plus the £250 interest we earned in year one. And under that calculation, in year two, we earn an interest of £262.50, which, you know, that might not seem like much of a difference in comparison to year one. But over the 10-year period, the total interest that you'll earn is a little over £3,200, and the future value of your money will be £8,200. So you can see how, you know, that's quite a sizable difference really compared to the calculation using just a simple interest. And one thing to keep in mind is that with compound interest, you allow your money and investment to grow exponentially over time. So the effects of compounding will increase with time, whereas with simple interest, the increase in the value of your money will be linear. I just wanted to go into a little more detail on just how much of a profound impact compounding can have on the value of your money over time. So as you can see, I've set up a little example here. And in this example, I've assumed that you're investing $100 or pounds per month and that your annual return rate is 10%. And actually, the average annual return rate of the stock market is around 10% for the past 80 years. So this is realistically what you can expect. And if you did that through your working life of around 45 years, by the time you retire, you would have over £1 million. So if you did this, you just invested £100 per month over your working life. By the time you retire, there's a very good chance that you'd retire as a millionaire. And I think this graph down below depicts things really well and really shows the, you know, exponential impact of compounding on the value of your money over time. And it's interesting to see that almost half of the total amount of money has been earned in the last 5 years of this time period. And that really shows, you know, how the effects of compounding increases with time as the amount of earned interest becomes larger and larger. Now I've set up another example here, and you can see that the only thing that I've changed is the amount of time that you're investing for, which has now dropped by 20 years. And you can really see how big of an impact that has had on the end balance or sum of money, which is now, you know, £132,000, which, don't get me wrong, that's still an awful lot of money, but it's a little over a tenth of what you could have had if you'd started investing 20 years earlier. And this really shows, you know, that compounding and compound interest really needs as much time as possible to have its full impact. Hopefully I've demonstrated that it is beneficial to start investing as early as possible, but obviously, you know, for a lot of us, we may have little to no money to invest each month, and particularly if you're young, then it's likely that your disposable income is like that. So if that is the case, I would recommend that you check out another video that I've done just up here, where I go into detail on some simple tips that you could consider implementing in order to save money easily. That's it for today's video. If anything was unclear or there's anything that you'd like me to go over again, then please leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'll see you all soon.